In this video, I'm going to show you how to sell covered calls, which is one of my favorite ways to generate a little extra income on stocks I already own. And stick around to the end of the video because I'm also going to show you Barchart's new P&L charts and how they work so that you can visualize your entire trade and get all of the information you need to find trades that work best for you, faster, all while increasing your chances of profitability. Let's get started. First, let's talk about what a covered call is. A call option is a contract that gives the buyer the right, but not the obligation, to buy a specific asset or underlying stock or commodity at a specified price, which is the strike price, before or at a specified time, which is called the expiration date. A covered call involves selling a call option on stocks or ETFs that you already own. The goal of the covered call strategy is to generate income by collecting premiums from selling the call options on the stocks or ETFs that you already own. Timing is important, and covered calls work best when you expect the stock price to remain relatively stable or rise moderately. As an option seller, your goal is for the call to expire worthless so that you can write more and collect additional income. The longer you keep the underlying security, the more contracts you can write against it, and the more premium you receive. The biggest risk in selling covered calls is assignment. If the underlying stock or ETF trades above the strike at expiration, the option expires in the money and you'll be assigned. And this means selling 100 of your underlying security for each contract that you sold. Of course, it also means you'll collect 100 times the strike price times the number of contracts sold. Let's say you own 100 shares of XYZ stock that you've been holding for years. Your cost is $50 on them, and today you want to earn a little extra income from those stocks. Well, in this case, a covered call might be a good strategy, especially if you expect the stock price to stay around a certain level or move lower over a specific period of time. So let's say you decide to sell a covered call against it with a $55 strike price that expires 30 days from now. And let's say you collect $2 per share or $200 per contract. Well, that $200 is yours to keep. With this trade, if the price of XYZ trades above $55 at expiration, you'll automatically be assigned and you'll be selling your 100 shares for $55 each. In this case, you already got the $200 in premium and the $5,500 in premiums from the sale, but now you no longer own the shares. However, if XYZ stays below the $55 strike at expiration, your option is out of the money. It expires worthless and unassigned. And that means you get to keep the stock and your $200 in premium. Usually, this is the most ideal situation because then you can write another covered call on the same underlying security and collect additional income if you wish. Stick around because I'm going to show you how you can tilt the odds in your favor using Barchart so more of your covered calls expire unassigned. Now, you might have heard some traders saying that covered calls are risk-free. I mean, I can appreciate their mindset because if the stock goes down, you won't crystallize any losses unless you sell your shares. And you collect the premium. But that's not the whole story. The trade-off in collecting premiums from covered calls is that you limit your potential upside profit. So, if we're using the same example from before, your shares which you bought for $50 each got called away at $55. So that's $5 per share in profit plus the $2 per share for the call. But here's the thing. What if the stock jumped to $80 per share? Well, that means you'll be selling your shares at the $55 strike and miss up on all of the additional profits above that point. And that's the balancing act that you need to do when selling covered calls. You're trading unlimited upside for steady, reliable income. And for many, selling covered calls is an excellent way to earn additional income from the stocks they already own and want to keep. When you're trading covered calls, you want to increase your chances of success. And For all options trading, it's always best to start with looking at the Greeks. Options Greeks are the metrics that tell you more about your option. For covered calls, the most important ones to consider are delta and theta. When it comes to selling covered calls, delta gives us a good idea about the chances of the option expiring in the money. If a covered call has a minus 30 delta, it'll have a 30% chance of expiring in the money. But that also means it has a 70% chance of expiring worthless, which is your goal when selling covered calls. The second most important options Greek when it comes to selling covered calls is theta. Since options are time-bound contracts, and all things being equal, as each day passes, the value of an option decreases. Time decay also accelerates as expiration nears, meaning the option loses value more quickly the closer it gets to expiration. So how can this help you with covered calls? Well, the higher the theta, the better your chances of the trade expiring out of the money, since the option will lose value faster. Now that you're armed with that information, you might consider selling covered calls with shorter expiration dates. However, you need to remember that short-dated options, like covered calls with maybe 1 or 0 days to expiration, are not going to net you that much premium. Actually, more often than not, it's probably not worth your time. But one thing you can do is use option prices to predict where the market expects the underlying price will be by a specific period. And this is called expected move. And it's calculated by taking 85% of the premium prices for at-the-money long straddles, and then adding and subtracting them from the underlying trading price, and that will form a range. Now, if you have to break out your calculator, or at least you think you have to, don't. Barchart's new P&L charts tell you the expected move already so that you can easily track expected ranges on options with different expiration dates. Based on that, you can choose your preferred strike price for covered calls. And of course, I'll talk more of this feature later. Now, let me show you how to find a covered call trade and how to visualize it, along with getting all of the relevant metrics that you need. Start by searching for a stock or ETF. NVIDIA has been on my radar recently, so I'll use that. On the stock's profile page, you can immediately see the price chart. A quick check of the 3-month chart shows you a potential resistance level at around $120 to $122. Now, if we were to go only on that information, you'd probably set a strike above that level and call it a day. To improve your chances of success, let's go straight to the covered call screener. And here, we have plenty of covered call trades on NVIDIA. You can change the dates right here. I like to trade covered calls with 30 to 45 days to expiry, as they offer more premium and time to adjust my trade should I need to. I'll set the expiration date to May 23rd, which is 41 days from the time of recording. Now, remember we identified those resistance levels around $120? So it's a good idea to set the strike price above that. But how far above $120 should you place it while still getting a high enough premium and balancing risk? Well, what you can do is always check the delta column for more information. I usually aim for around a minus 20 delta with covered calls. So let's choose this $130 strike short call with a roughly minus 20 delta, as it suggests an 80% chance of the option expiring out of the money. With the details here on the screener, this $130 strike call can be sold for about $1.40 per share or $140 per contract. But if you want to dive further into the trade, simply click on the charting icon beside the expiration date and you'll be brought to the profit and loss visualization tool. This one is very intuitive, with the red indicating how much the trade could lose, and the arrow at the loss line shows that the losses could extend further. Of course, this math includes the stock price's downward price movement. The green area is your potential profit. The dashed line is your break-even point. Then, other relevant information can be found under the graph, like the setup, break-even price, moneyness of the call, and more. Then, you can move over to the Greeks tab, where all the options Greeks are waiting for you. Delta is about -20 and theta is 6. Next is the expected move graph. This chart tracks the expected range of the stock price within several periods, including your chosen expiration date. Based on this, Nvidia stock could reach $125.25 by May 23rd. That's below your $130 strike price, which is what you'll likely want. We can also have a look at the Volatility tab. Here you can find implied and historical volatility. Implied volatility, or IV, refers to the market's expectation of how much a stock price will fluctuate in the future. It's not a predictor of the direction of the stock, up or down, just the magnitude of the movement. For option sellers, elevated IV means higher premiums, and this is generally accepted to be the best time to sell options. Higher IV usually happens before earning reports, major market announcements, and other similar events. Excessively high IVs, however, are usually not ideal when selling options. IV does not remain high forever. After the earnings report or a major event has passed, implied volatility typically drops, sometimes dramatically, as the uncertainty, has resolved. This sharp decrease in IV is what traders refer to as a volatility crush. So, to avoid getting hit by volatility crush, it's best to aim for trades with 50 to 60 or even 70 IV. That way, you'll collect the most premium without too much risk. Historical volatility is a measure of the stock's volatility over the last 12 months. We've had some major price swings recently, so it's natural that HV is really high right now. And then the last tab is trend, and this shows the expected direction of the stock in the short, medium, and long term. These arrows are a visual representation of Barchart's opinion strength readings for each study, and the actual moving prices are below the arrows. Short term is based on today's price versus the 20-day moving average. Medium is based on the 50-day moving average, and long is based on the 100-day. Red means the price is below the average, and green means it's above. The direction of the arrow reflects how far the price is from the moving average compared to the difference over the past year, which is essentially the distance from the crossover. For example, a reading of strong suggests that the price is far away from the average and that the trend is likely to continue in the near term. These charts give you a view of everything that you need all in one place, saving you time finding and studying charts and graphs. So with all this information, you're now armed and ready to trade covered calls with the best chance of getting your expected results. And of course, this is huge for avoiding bad setups. So far, I've covered the basics of the P&L charts, which I'm sure new traders will appreciate. But we can also step it up a little bit and maximize the use of the P&L. So let's say you want to compare different strike prices for your NVIDIA covered calls visually. With Barchart, that's as simple as clicking on the previous or next button on the P&L graph. You can see how the profit and loss graph shifts with every trade, providing visual information about how the trade looks and how it aligns with your preferred risk levels. Then, let's head on over to the Expected Move tab. See the blue dotted line with E at the top? That's the date of NVIDIA's next earnings report. And this is critical information in options trading because volatility usually increases near earnings reports. Typically, selling options around those times can be attractive due to higher implied volatility. But for covered calls, you need to approach earnings with a slightly different mindset. Yes, the premiums are higher, and that could be tempting, but there's a real trade-off here. If NVIDIA delivers a blowout earnings report and the stock surges past your strike price, well, your shares could get called away, and you'll miss out on that upside. Remember, a covered call limits your profit to the strike price plus the premium that you collected. So before you sell a call right before earnings, ask yourself, am I okay giving up potential gains if the stock skyrockets? Well, if the answer is yes, maybe because you're neutral or slightly bullish, then selling a covered call can be a smart way to reduce risk and generate income. Also, consider adjusting your strike selection. For example, selling a call at a higher strike price gives you some breathing room for the stock to appreciate. And finally, keep an eye on implied volatility crush after earnings. Even if the stock doesn't move much, the options value can drop significantly due to falling IV, which works well in your favor as a seller. Now, let's say you're an advanced trader and want to further personalize the option screens. Well, you can also easily do that by clicking on the screen button at the top right of the results page. From there, you'll have access to Barchart's option screener that includes dozens of filters for a more granular search. Using the P&L charts gives you an edge when writing covered calls. With it, you don't have to jump into Excel or Google Sheets or, heaven forbid, do manual calculations or mental math. And this is what's excellent about Barchart's features. They're cross-functional. As shown earlier, you can access your option screener from the covered call results screen, and from there, you can also access the filters on the stock screener, giving you a 360-degree view of your potential trades all the time. With Barchart's P&L charting features, you get a visual edge that helps you make smarter decisions when selling covered calls. It takes the guesswork out of the trade by offering you clear visuals that display your risk, reward, break even, and exactly how your trade could play out. And remember, covered calls require balancing income with upside potential, and tools like this allow you to know your risks and rewards before you ever hit the sell button. Now, here's my challenge for you. Try it for yourself. Head on over to Barchart, pick a stock that you're watching, and explore your next covered call visually. Then, give it a try in your brokerage's paper trading or practice account. Once you've seen your trade mapped out, you'll never want to go back to pen and paper. Do you have any questions about covered call trades? And what tickers are you selling covered calls on this week? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're down there, if you happen to find this video useful, don't forget to hit like and subscribe.